All right, so this is probably not going to be the most popular thing, and especially for young people, you may hate what I'm about to say, but it needs to be said. I'm sitting here, and my son is out there in his last baseball game practice, about to head to his game. But man, this really struck me today. We are in the midst of a leadership crisis. Like, I really believe this. The more that I see leaders, young leaders especially across America, or those that want to be leaders, one of the biggest things that we're facing right now, we're facing a leadership crisis. Why? Because nobody wants to serve. Now listen to me, that might sound crazy. What? I want to be a leader. You got to learn how to serve. See, we got all these social media influencers and all these people that want to start movements, but yet nobody has a desire to serve a movement or a ministry or a man or a woman of God that is already doing something. And the thing is, there's only things that you can learn through serving, like the grit, the determination, the character, the resilience, like things. I think back to my own journey. I just released a podcast today about A Heart That Burns. It talks about the whole beginnings of ministry. And I'm thinking about how I would not be where I am. I would not have learned the things that I learned in ministry had I not served some great men of God before my ministries were ever birthed. And in fact, the Bible shares with us, at first it says that the Son of Man came to serve, right? So that was the entire role of Jesus, was to serve. But you look at like the passing of mantles, like historic moments throughout the Bible, like Elijah to Elisha, for example. Like Elisha chased down Elijah. Even when Elijah was annoyed, right, at Elisha, he was like, hey, I'm going to go up here to Bethel in 2 Kings 2. And Elijah told Elisha, hey, listen, I'm going to go do this. I'm on this assignment. Elisha was like, no, as surely as God lives and as I live, I am going with you. I am going to serve you. I'm going to do whatever I can do. I'll hold your cloak. I'll hold your staff. I'll get you water on the way. It doesn't matter. I need to be with you so I can learn, so that I can grow, and so that I can serve. And I feel like one of the biggest things that are short-circuiting this generation, because so many people, they don't have the capacity. That's one of the biggest things, the mental health epidemic, the inability to problem solve, the lack of character and grit to stand through the long haul. These are only things that you learn from serving, guys. You can't learn this from a podcast on Spotify. You can't learn this from a sexy ministry influencer. And I mean that in the terms of, I want my ministry to look cool type of influencer. You can only get this kind of impartation when you get in the trenches with people in leadership and you serve and you do the difficult things, right? And you serve your church or a ministry that you really love, and you get in the grind with them, right? And you do the things that make ministry happen, do the things that make, the gospel proclamation happen. I remember even when we were starting with Let Us Worship just 5 years ago, we were doing everything, setting up speakers, running cables, doing all this stuff, whatever we needed to do to make it happen, we were making it happen. And the problem is that so many young people want to short circuit God's way of becoming great. And when I say becoming great, what I mean is becoming a leader that can handle what God wants to give you, that can take what's happened in a prior generation or a prior move and bring it to another level. And so I just want to encourage you guys out there. Listen, I know hopefully this is it says in Psalm, the book of Psalms, it says that, when the righteous bring a rebuke, it's like oil on my head. And some of you young people, man, you need to serve. You need to find somebody that God has called you to, and to serve them, and to serve them well, and to not serve them. And here's the other thing too, to not serve them with hidden motives, right? Not to serve them to serve yourself, but just to serve them. Just pour your heart out. Do like Jesus did. He washed all of his disciples' feet. He modeled to us what it looks like to be the greatest servant. And I just feel like what I'm seeing right now in this leadership crisis, God is moving in a big way we need leaders. And more than anything, we need leaders that are capable, that are seasoned, that have character, that have integrity, that lead with humility, that carry courage and boldness. But you can't, God will not entrust you to lead something until you have served something else. Like he won't entrust you to lead what he has coming for you until you have fully served. And I'm telling you, I've lived this in my life. I know many other people have lived this in their life. And I just want to encourage you today, find what God is doing. Find a way in which he is moving. Find a mom, a dad in the faith that are doing amazing things and say, how can I serve you? I will do anything. I will go anywhere. Be as hungry and as ravenous as Elisha was, right? Like Elisha didn't serve with a hidden motive that one day he was going to get the mantle, but he actually did get the mantle. And the only reason he did is because he was there in the moment when Elijah went to heaven. Remember that? Elijah said, what you've asked me is a difficult thing, but if you're present when God takes me away, you will get the double portion, right? And guess what? He was present. Why? Because he was serving, because he was on the road, because he didn't miss the moment. And so I want to encourage you. I know that there's a lot of self-help teaching out there. There's a lot of become a better you. There's a whole lot of like grow your influence and have a viral moment. But can I just tell you one of the greatest lessons I've learned in ministry is learn how to serve. Find a vision, serve it with all your heart, and watch what God will do. And do it with humility, and do it with honor, and do it with loyalty. And God will use you. So that's my little rant. I hope that encourages you. A new podcast is out today called A Heart That Burns. And it's from this church in Atlanta that I was at. And I was just sharing my heart on what it looks like to lead with a heart that burns. So hope it encourages you. I'm going to go to my son's baseball game. Love you guys. God bless.